Amiibo are Nintendo's new great idea, to make sure that all of its fans no longer have any money. Seriously though, they are these very interesting little figures that serve a variety of functions and are usable in almost every Nintendo game made these days. Whether it be for unlocking the content that is included, or simply for the collector's value, several people enjoy and buy Amiibo. There was even a time when Amiibo were very rare and difficult to obtain. There are also instances when Amiibo are necessary to play the game. The latest example of this is the recently released Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival. Amiibo Festival is a game that was made for the sole purpose of making and selling more Amiibo. Nintendo has even gone on record to say this. Quote, "Honestly, we just wanted Animal Crossing Amiibo. We wanted the company to make Animal Crossing Amiibo, so we made a game that worked with them." So, how enjoyable is a game that was made simply to make and sell more Amiibo? Let's find out. Amiibo Festival is set up as a game that requires Amiibo, and that is shown from the very start. For starters, you can't even get past the start screen without tapping at least one compatible Amiibo. All of the game modes require at least one Amiibo, or the Amiibo cards. The good thing about Amiibo Festival, though, is that not every player requires their own Amiibo. One player is required to have an Amiibo, while the others use the gamepad and a generic villager character. Anyone who does have an Amiibo, though, will not be able to do anything without it. Almost every single action in the game is done with Amiibo, and you don't have the option to use the gamepad instead. Now, since it was announced, there were a majority of people comparing Amiibo Festival to Mario Party, seeing as how they are both party games stylized as board games. Not to mention Mario Party 10's new Amiibo Party mode, which is very similar to the main concept behind Amiibo Festival. Now, while the games are similar in premise, the huge thing that separates Amiibo Festival and Mario Party is the mini-games that Mario Party is well known for. See, the main feature of Amiibo Festival is a very simple concept. All you really do is go around the board and land on spaces or try to get happy points. Pink spaces will give you happy points or bells, the currency of the game, while purple spaces will take away happy points or bells. You play through the month that you have selected, or until a selected time limit runs out, and the winner is whoever has the most happy points at the end, with each person getting extra happy points depending on how many bells they have. So, if there aren't any mini-games, and the only way to get/lose points is landing on specific spaces, does that mean that this game is purely luck? Absolutely not. While there is a lot of luck in this game, such as how many points you are given or how many points are taken away, this game does have several layers of strategy. Throughout the time playing, several different characters will arrive on the board. If you land on a space specific to that character, they will often give you a card that will help you out. Sometimes, though, you'll have to give them bells, which can damage your progress. Deciding whether or not to take the risk and land on special spaces can change the flow of the game. Another layer of strategy is in the stamps. You see, at the start of the game, you're given a blank stamp. You have to travel the 4 corners of the board to try and complete the stamp. Each piece you get will grant you a bonus in happy points, and completing the entire stamp will get you a huge bonus, and if you're the only person to get the huge bonus, you'll most likely be the winner. Figuring out the most effective tactic to reach the 4 corners can be very tricky, and sometimes you have to purposely land on a few purple spaces to reach the stamp. The most important layer of strategy, though, comes in play with the turnips. Each Sunday, you get the option to buy turnips. You buy them in bundles of 10 for a set price that changes each Sunday. You then have until Saturday to sell them. The prices for selling them, however, are not set in stone. One turn, they could be very steady, so you can make back your bells and maybe make a small profit. While the next turn, the prices could crash, leaving you with nothing but a loss in currency. Sometimes, though, the prices will be extremely high, and you'll get a huge profit. Having more bells at the end can give you the win if you're barely behind, and having an enormous amount of bells can give you a surprise victory. Bells can change everything at the end. Also, on Saturday, you are required to sell your turnips no matter what, and if you end up having to sell them for a loss, that can be very difficult to recover from. Now, most people don't buy this game for the strategy, so even if the game can be strategic, the important question is this game fun? The answer to that question is a little complicated. It honestly depends on who you're playing with. By yourself, I don't see any way this game can really be fun, since it's the type of game that is only as fun as you make it. You wouldn't play a board game by yourself, so you wouldn't play this by yourself. Amiibo Festival can be a lot of fun if you're playing with the right people. See, whether it be the reactions to what's going on, jokes about the situation, or whatever happens, it's really just a good time. As I said, this game is as fun as you make it, and that clearly shows. Also, since this game is mostly luck-based, and you don't indirectly interfere with your opponent, I'm pretty sure you won't be losing any friends over this game like you would with a game of Mario Party. Now, for anyone who doesn't have people to play with, there is another option. This game is compatible with the Animal Crossing Amiibo cards, and also includes 3 special Amiibo cards that unlock the minigames. These minigames are completely separate from the main board game, and are more for single player, although some of them do have multiplayer purposes. The minigames are all controlled by Amiibo cards. There are 8 minigames. Rossetti Bop is basically whack-a-mole with a twist. You have to choose the right Amiibo card that matches the color, but also one that will win a little game of rock, paper, scissors. Doing this quickly can be very challenging. In Amiibo card battle, players pick 6 Amiibo and then take turns trying to draw one. The aim is to match the different star signs on the card with that appear in the crystal balls. Fruit Path has players aim to outwit their opponents by using the dice symbol on the Amiibo cards to advance their player. Mystery Campers is a very interesting one. You have to try to guess which of the 6 Amiibo are hiding in the tents by trial and error. Each time you are told how many you got right, but you aren't told which ones you got right. Applying logic and strategy is the key to winning here. Balloon Island is all about precision. Each player uses an Amiibo card to control the descent of their character, and must time this perfectly to land on the target for a score multiplier. Quiz Show is basically just a quiz about various Animal Crossing trivia, and it's really not something that won't be for people who aren't fans of Animal Crossing. Acorn Chase is another really fun one. It's a game where you must collect the acorns before getting caught by Rossetti. The twist here is that you can only control the movement by placing different colored Amiibo cards on the Wii U gamepad. It turns into a challenge of memory, dexterity, and fast reactions. The best minigame though, and the one you will be playing over and over again, has to be Desert Island Escape. It's a one-player challenge where you control a team of 3 different characters. Each character has different powers, but they have to work together to get materials and get off the island. This minigame is simple yet complex at the same time, and it is a lot of fun to play. I feel this could actually be a full game on its own with just a little bit more extension, similar to what they did with Captain Toad's Treasure Tracker. Overall, I'm going to say Animal Crossing Amiibo Festival is just an average play. I personally only bought it so that I could justify buying the Animal Crossing Amiibos, but I am so glad that I did because this game is really good and it's much more fun than I expected. The bundle is also a good deal. It costs around $60, but it includes 2 Amiibo and 3 Amiibo cards. Since each Amiibo is $13 and each Amiibo card is $1, the actual game comes out to be around $30, and this game is definitely worth $30 of fun. Animal Crossing fans will especially love this game because it feels like Animal Crossing. So, there you have it. If you have Amiibo Festival, let me know what you thought of it. And if you're thinking of getting Amiibo Festival, let me know why. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time!